Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to part 3 of selling your home. Today we're going to talk about the pre-listing paperwork that needs to be filled out prior to putting your home active into the MLS. I'm Kat Williams, your real estate concierge. All right, so the first document I'm going to have you sign as your realtor is an exclusive agency sale and listing agreement. This is the document that is going to give me permission to sell, and my company, eXp Realty, so it's going to give both of us the permission to list and sell your home. It will give us permission to market your home, to put a lockbox on your home. It will state the listing date as well as the commission structure. It will also tell you that you, as the seller, need to maintain the home in the current condition that it is when we put it on the market, that I and eXp are not responsible for any loss or damages done during showings. And it will also tell you that you need to hire your own attorney and pay your own attorney's fees should that become necessary. There is also a paragraph in there that talks about if a buyer falls out of contract. So they decide for whatever reason they do not want to follow through with buying the home. If the seller is entitled to keep the earnest money, then the realtor is entitled to be reimbursed for any out-of-pocket expenses that occurred during that transaction. The second document is one that your realtor, me, will fill out for you. It is the listing input form. We get most of this information off of a program called RealList, and it is connected to the assessor's office. This document contains all of the information that my team needs to put your listing into the MLS so that we can go live or active on your listing and get your home sold. That information is going to include your address, the basics for the home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet. It's going to talk about the location of the rooms, like 2 bedrooms upstairs and master on the main. That's important to some people. It's going to talk about any, why do I keep saying It's going to talk about any special things about your home. There's a fireplace, a wood stove, a hot tub, those kind of things. It will also talk about the exterior of the home. We'll talk about whether you have gas or electric and what that looks like. We'll talk about any benefits that your property specifically has, like a hot tub or a pool. It will include a legal description of the property as well as map instructions. Then towards the end of that document, is the paragraph that I will use in the MLS to market your home. So that will be seen by everybody. There's also a section for broker's remarks, which are the remarks that I'm going to put in that go specifically to the buyer's broker. So those are going to be things like see offer instructions in supplemental documents. If we did a pre-inspection, I'm going to say the pre-inspection is attached in the supplemental documents, or we've done a pre-inspection. If you'd like to see it, please request a copy. It's just going to depend. And if we do a pre-inspection, that's another form that you're going to have to sign, giving me permission to share that document with the listing agent, or the buyer's agent, excuse me. The directions part, I think it's kind of goofy in today's times. It's been around for over 30 years, probably 40 years, where you have to put in driving instructions to the home. We don't make it too detailed, just as you know, as much as we need to. So that form, again, is filled out mostly by me and my team. You do have to review it and initial it. So when you review it, make sure you review it carefully. Then the one important document that you have to fill out as the seller, I cannot do that for you, my team cannot do that for you, is the Form 17, which is seller's disclosures. That is where you are going to tell us absolutely everything that you know about the house. It's going to ask you about plumbing, about electrical, about lead-based paint, about any problems that you know of, about roof leaks. Do your sprinklers work? When was the last time you had the septic pumped? It is a 7-page document that asks you details you wouldn't even think about for your home. The most important thing on that is that every single box has to be checked. And I can't do it for you, but there is an NA box that says not applicable. So like if you are on city sewer and you don't have a septic, you can check not applicable on that box, but every box has to be checked. You will initial and sign that document, and it is provided to the buyer so that the buyer knows what's going on with the house above and beyond what is in the MLS listing. Then the last document will be a utilities document, and that's where you just say, hey, I've got Puget Sound Energy for gas and electric. This is their phone number. I've got Lacey City Water for my water. Here's their phone number. Same thing for cable, who you use. If you're in a water district, like you have irrigation water, then you're going to put that information. It's just a courtesy document to provide to the buyer so that they know where to start with getting the utilities transferred over into their name. Now we're going to switch gears here a little bit, because if you buy a home through me, if you buy a home through me, I offer a really cool service where we will help you get your utilities connected, and that's free. So I use a company called Utility Connect, and it's something I provide to my clients free of charge, and they will reach out to you a couple of weeks prior to closing and ask you if you want assistance. And sometimes they get you better deals. Like I just had a client recently, she got a better deal on her cable through Comcast by using Utility Connect as opposed to calling Comcast directly and getting set up. So that's a really cool service that I offer my buyers that I would say probably most real estate agents don't. So back to the documents, my sellers. So exclusive agency sale and listing agreement. We go through that together. The listing input form, my team and I fill that out. You have to review it very carefully and initial. The Form 17 disclosures, which you have to fill out, check every box, and you'll sign it and initial it. And then the utilities document, and that has to be initialed. So there you go, guys. That's the documents that you're going to need to do in order to get your home listed into the MLS and active and sold. Because, the only way people find it is if it's advertised or put into the MLS. So if you have any questions about getting your home ready to sell, or what that may look like in terms of time, or what your home might sell for, please reach out. I am more than happy to answer any questions. My contact information is at the end of this video. You can go to my website, katwilliamshomes.net. Remember, that's Kat with a K. And yeah, so one quick other thing, interest rates are kind of going up here a little bit, quite quickly, actually. So if you are wanting to buy a home, we need to do that as soon as possible so that you can capitalize on these lower interest rates. And if you're even thinking about selling your home, the higher those interest rates go, the more difficult it's going to be, because the homes are priced so high. The inflation on home prices has just been insane. And if interest rates rise too much, people aren't going to be able to afford to buy a home. So let's get that rocking and rolling so that you are good to go. All right, everybody, have a blessed week. And next week we will talk about pre-packing, getting your home ready for pictures and showings. All right, take care, guys.